Hello there, everybody. Thank you so much for stopping by to hang out with me for messages for tomorrow and 5 minutes of Reiki, and then free for all questions or card of the day at the end of the broadcast. So today is February the 12th. Tomorrow will be the 13th, so we'll do messages for the 13th. It is 11:57 Mountain Time here in the United States. And so let's get started. Let's see about this. Aries, what do I have coming up for you on the 13th? Aries, I feel like there is something that you have been looking forward to participating in or doing or accomplishing, and I'm feeling like you are taking steps towards that on the 13th. However, the steps that you're taking towards it do involve some personal change for yourself, some kind of metamorphosis from yourself to actually accomplish this. And so I see you doing some kind of personal metamorphosis to get you closer to that goal or that target or that thing that you are expecting to make you happy, Aries. Ricky Jorgensen, good morning, good morning. Mimi, hello, hello. Glad to see you both here. How are y'all doing? Taurus. Taurus, I feel like you're having a very, I'm not even sure what this means, but I'm hearing that you're having a conservative day. You're having an in the box day. So to me, in the box to me means you're living up to other people's expectations for you. So if people have certain expectations about how you should dress or what you should look like or what you should be doing or how you should be doing things, you are trying to meet those people's expectations. For some of you, you are doing things to try to get yourself approved for a loan or to find a new business partner or something along those lines. But it looks to me like you're basically trying to look like you've got your stuff together and like uh, I don't want to say a respectable human being because you don't have to dress well to be respectable, but you are trying to earn people's respect um, by handling yourself in a more and presenting yourself in a more conservative way. Okay, so that's Taurus. Gemma Croft Baker, hello, hello. Avani, hello, hello. Tanya Taylor, hey, hey, glad to see you all in the room. How are y'all doing today? Tanya Taylor, I'm not sure I've seen you in here before. Double welcome to you. Gemini for the 13th. What do I have going on for you guys? Geminis, I feel like there's somebody that is going to be in your experience, not yourself, but there's somebody that you're going to be interacting with who is going to be throwing a fit on the 13th, throwing an emotional, irrational fit. You know, when people throw emotional, irrational fits, what's going on really is that they're reacting to something, and they're reacting to something that maybe didn't happen today. Maybe this has been building for a long time. It's not that they've gone completely, totally bonkers. It's just that um, they're reacting to some things that are probably bigger than what you can see. So, Gemini's advice for you as you're interacting with this person that's having a totally irrational fit basically comes up as pacify and calm and get out of the scene, get out of Dodge. So do whatever you can to pacify this person if they can be pacified and to calm them. And then, extricate yourself from whatever the interaction is as quickly as you can, Geminis. You've been here. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for telling me that. My memory is not 100% the best, but it's not terrible. It's not terrible, but it's not the best, so I apologize. Oh, thank you, Tiffany. That's very sweet of you. We're glad you're here today. Everybody who is here, if you haven't already, and if you don't mind doing so, please share. The more, the merrier. Cancers for the 13th. What do we have going on with you guys? Cancers, I feel like you're kind of free floating. It almost seems to me like you feel like you don't know exactly what direction you're supposed to be going in. So this could be, that you're working in a situation where there's a management vacuum, where there's an empty space where there's supposed to be management, and so you're not getting a lot of direction about what you're supposed to be doing. Or it could be that, you have had some major changes in your routine or in your life or your lifestyle lately, and so you're just still getting adjusted to what is the new normal or the new reality for you. But it feels to me like 13th, you spent a little bit free floating, sort of trying to figure out, okay, what do I want my routine to be, or what should my routine be? All right, so that's Cancers. Leo, Leo. Leo's on the 13th. Seems to me like you have some networking opportunities coming in. For some of you, this is going to be something that is going to be applicable in a work situation where you're going to have networking opportunities coming in that will help you with work. For others of you, this is going to be more of a like a personal life type situation. Like maybe you have networking opportunities that allow you to build up your support network, or maybe you have networking opportunities that allow you to meet somebody who might be a new romantic interest, if that would be something that you're interested in right now or open to at the moment. So new networking opportunities coming in for Leos on the 13th. Sue Thompson, hey, glad you just joined. Glad you're here today, my dear. You got here just in time for your prediction, huh? Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, I'm hearing close it up or put a lid on it for you guys when I look into y'all. I feel like this is you guys deciding you have said enough and it's time to quit talking, or maybe you haven't said anything, but you're realizing that you don't want to share certain information with just everybody. For others of you, though, I feel like this isn't just about communication. This has to do with some situation where you've been generous with somebody in your life, and now you're starting to realize that generosity is not really serving any purpose other than to waste your resources. And so you are putting a lid on that generosity. So either putting a lid on some kind of communication or putting a lid on some kind of generosity on the 13th, Virgos. Ascend, hello, hello. Aw, Sue Thompson, that's so sweet. Is Catherine going to be here again today? Or she's already seen what she needs to see? Marcia Knowles, I haven't seen you in a while. Hello, hello. Glad to see you here, my dear. How are things going for you? Libra. Libra is what I'm hearing is you're walking a tightrope on the 13th. It feels to you like you're in some kind of situation where if you go too far one direction, you're going to have some circumstances or some repercussions, I should say, that you're not thrilled with. And if you go too far another direction, you have different repercussions that you're not so thrilled with. So you're trying to walk a tightrope, or maybe even walking on eggshells around a certain person, or walking a tightrope at work. Excuse me. This is driving me crazy. And I don't feel like you really like walking this tightrope. You guys like to be pretty much out there on blunt. You're truth seekers and you're truth passers alongers. So I think walking this tightrope is a little bit stressful for you guys. Trying to say the right things or do the right things and be the right things. Okay. So anyway, that's what I've got coming up for you, Libras. LRKK, hello, hello. I haven't seen you in a while. Glad you're back. Oh, okay. I did see an email come in. I haven't had a chance to respond to. I responded to one, not the other one yet. Cray 87. Hello, hello. Glad to see you here. Let's take a peek at Scorpio, my favorite and most dreaded sign. Let's see what we have for Scorpios today. Okay, so I don't remember what the name of this rock is. Don't pay attention to my fingernails, please. But this rock wants to talk to us. I know it's good for the base chakra. That's all I could tell you at the moment. And it's not orange calcite. Carnelian, maybe. I don't know. Okay, let's go on with message. I'm getting distracted here. Okay, so Scorpios, fellow Scorpios, it looks like we've been in a situation where there were clear boundaries about how things should go and how far things should go. And, you know, um, there was just clear divisions of, okay, this is my time, this is your time, this is our time type of thing. For a lot of us, this is going to be in personal relationship, but I can actually see this, and I feel like for some of you, this is playing out in a work type situation as well. But I think that what's going to be happening on the 13th is some of those boundaries are going to get a little bit more clouded than what they have been. And there's going to be a little bit more of a joining together of you time and me time and us time might all start to get a little bit more blended than what it has been. Okay, and the other thing that I'm pulling in for Scorpios is it's time to let the old teardrops go. So if we have some old sadness or old hurt about something, it's time to say goodbye to that. All right, so that's Scorpio. Might be Jasper. I think you're right. I wish I could remember. But I think you're right. Okay, so that was Scorpio, Sagittarius. This is what's wonderful about running in the circles we run in, isn't it, guys? If we don't know about a stone, all we have to do is ask. Somebody's going to know. Plans may change, but you know what? Networking doesn't have to be at a place with a lot of people. Sometimes we can end up doing networking right online on Skype or through email as well. You can't, you can't think of like meetup type networking and just limit it to that. There's a lot of different ways to network. I don't know what Chalcedony is, but okay. Oh, the rock. I was thinking of the networking thing. I don't think it's Chalcedony because I haven't heard of that before. I think if I would have heard that name, I would recognize it and go, yeah. I think you were right on the Jasper. Could be with me and with the rest of the family here. Sagittarius. Let's take a peek at you guys. Sagittarius. Talking, talking, talking is the theme of the day on the 13th. Maybe some music too. I really wanted to sing that. Can't even say I really wanted to sing that. I just really did sing that. So speaking, singing, verbal communication, Sagittarius. Verbal communication, not written communication. Seems like it's going to be a theme. There's going to be, yeah, for some of you, there are going to be performances that you go to, whether it's your little ones doing plays or doing recitals. Interesting on a Tuesday. It could be that you're going to, an all-out theater production. I feel, there are some, I keep saying, like you guys can hear my brain. There are some important discussions that will be happening on the 13th, but I don't feel like that's the major theme here. I feel like, maybe the important discussions will come after the theater presentation or after the recital or something like that. But I think the biggest part of the energy that I'm feeling is something that's more of a public nature with verbal communication. So that's Sagittarius. Gladys. Good morning. We've already done Cancer. You might have to scroll back to catch it or watch it later, whichever one you want to do. Okay, so those of you who are here and who haven't already and who don't mind doing so, please share this video. We've only got 3 more signs before we do Reiki. I like to have as many people in here for Reiki as possible while I'm here. That way, if they have questions, it's ideal. They can ask me those questions. Lorraine Southwick, good morning, good morning. I hope you are well. I guess it's not good morning where you are. It's actually not even good morning where I am anymore. Good afternoon. Let's take a peek at Capricorn for the 13th. Capricorn for the 13th. Capricorns, I feel like you're going to be very careful to not let somebody around you know what you're thinking on the 13th. This makes me want to be a smarty pants and say, is your mother-in-law coming to town? You know, I don't know that it's necessarily a family member. It could be, somebody at work that has a pet peeve that happens to just go straight crossways with your pet peeve. But definitely you're keeping some things under your hat that maybe normally you wouldn't, but in this particular situation, you feel like it's best to do so if you would like to maintain peace and happiness and equilibrium. So that's Capricorn. Thank you, Ricky. I appreciate that. Aquarius, what do I have coming in for you guys? Aquarius, I'm hearing that things are all bound up. For some of you, you've been writing a book and the book is going successfully and it's getting ready for distribution. Yay. Congratulations if that's you. When you hear things are all bound up, it kind of can tend to be like limited, restricted bondage, bound up. But I don't get that type of feeling off of this phrase. It's more about things are all put together, all your ducks are in a row, everything is in line. So if you're going in to apply for a loan, you've got all the information that you need. You're taking that all with you. They're not going to say, oh, you need to bring us this paperwork or that paperwork. Things are all bound up. They're all good. They're all put together. They're uptight, neat and orderly. Yeah. For a lot of you, I feel like this does have to do with some kind of paperwork thing, that things are all bound up. So that for some of you, this is going to have to do with other stages in book writing, not that your book is getting ready to be distributed, but other stages as well where things are coming together and moving forward. But it doesn't have to apply to book writing. It could be any kind of contract. This could be a rental contract, a lease contract. This could be a purchase of a car. This could even be, I don't know, maybe even a cell phone contract. To me, it feels like either a contract itself or getting ready for a contract. Whenever I say things are all bound up, I would lean more towards you're getting ready for a contract rather than actually the contract, at least for most of you. Okay, so that's what I have for Aquarius. Next, we're going to move on to Pisces in a second here. Pisces. Pisces, I feel like on the 13th, you're doing a lot of movement. Some of you may be going to a different place than usual type of movement, but others of you, this may be just a lot of different activity, going to this kid's ball game, this kid's music thing, this kid's da-da-da-da-da-da-da, making this friend happy, showing up at this friend's dinner, who knows what. But there's a lot of activity. There's a lot of busyness for you, Pisces. I don't feel like it's bad. I feel like it's fun. I also feel like it's tiring, but I feel like it's fun. You're enjoying it. Okay. So that's the 13th for Pisces. Okay, guys, let's do 5 minutes of Reiki. What I do for Reiki is I set the intention for each of you that the Reiki will help you with whatever will benefit you the most. And then if you have a more specific intention that you would like the Reiki to focus on, then feel free to go ahead and do that. All you have to do is set that intention and that'll adjust it. For those of you who are watching after the broadcast, please know all you have to do is set the intention to receive the Reiki. And because Reiki is not limited by time or space, you will get just as much benefit from it as those that are here. So let's get going. Okay, so we're starting at 12:17, so we'll finish up at 22 after the hour. For those of you who are feeling different things in your body or your emotions are going a little upwards, downwards, whatever, if you want to talk about that or if you have questions about that, feel free to put it in the chat box. Those types of things are pretty normal for when we're receiving Reiki. If you're not feeling anything, that's okay too. Sometimes people don't feel anything in their body or their emotions. That's all right. Doesn't mean the Reiki's not working. Just means you may not be attuned to what's going on. No big deal. Carla Alley, hello, hello. You're just in time for Reiki. We've got 4 more minutes. By the way, guys, if there's anybody here who has not received a Reiki session before, I do offer one Reiki session at no charge, just so you can check it out and see what it can do for you. To order that, all you have to do is find my contact information on my website, get a hold of me, and we can schedule that right up. My website's www.amista.info. Your ear is ringing. That's interesting. Let's see what happens. What's the usual thing with ears? Because I haven't run across that one before. Now, the one thing that you need to know about Reiki is it's gonna, if you have, if you're noticing something in a particular place in your body, the first thing you want to check for is, okay, is there a medical reason for this happening? Like, do I know that I have a problem here? Do I have old sports injuries here? I see that a lot with knees, old sports injuries and shoulders. But if you know you have a medical problem there, then you can pretty much assume that's going to be the first thing that the Reiki goes in and starts to work with. And then if you don't have a medical problem, then you got to look at, okay, what's some kind of spiritual issue that could be causing this? So what I'm looking at is spiritual issue, honey. Miss Sue, I'm just looking at spiritual issues. So if you know that you have a medical reason that the Reiki might be working on your ear, then this may not apply at all. Where did it go? I just saw ear. I thought I saw ear. Here we go. So ears represent the capacity to hear. So it may be that there are people saying things around you that you don't want to hear, and you've been kind of plugging that up, not allowing that to happen. Or it could be that you're hearing things that aren't going on. So maybe you're reading into situations and you're hearing things that way. Either way, what's going to happen is that you've got some energy movement that's going to bring you into a more balanced place with hearing the things that you need to hear. It's a pay attention for you? Yeah. For me too, if I'm actually like reading or something, if I hear ringing in my left ear, actually, I don't know that I've ever heard it when I've been reading. I do hear it when I'm trying to find someplace. If I hear ringing in my left ear, I know I just took a wrong turn or else I just missed my turn. You've got it in your right ear. And then the other thing is too, sometimes we can have medical issues that we're not aware of. I mean, I went to a school where the teachers, regularly would smack you. And if they happen to hit you on the ear, they happen to hit you on the ear. In fact, one of my brothers got 2 busted eardrums from the same teacher, when he was a kid. And so if you had something like that happen as a kid that's never totally and completely healed, then that could be what's going on with the Reiki too. Doesn't have to be from a teacher either. Kids can do that to each other by accident. Okay, so we've got 22 minutes of Reiki in. Let me go ahead and shut that down. Gemma, your little early message is not going to count. You're going to have to wait until I actually open up the floor. Yeah, now I am opening up the floor for cards of the day and for free-for-all questions. Pick one or the other. I'm not going to give you a card of the day and a question. So pick whichever one is more appealing to you, and let's rock and roll. Ah, that makes sense then why your ear is ringing. COD. The Reiki is helping you work on the stuff you're already working on. COD for Gemma Croft Baker. Okay, Gemma Croft Baker, what we have coming up here for you is the Knight of Cups in reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse is telling me that within the past 24 hours or within the next 24 hours, you're feeling a little bit discouraged about either a romantic relationship that you're in or want to be in, or about relationships in general or about people in general. One of those three. I haven't seen Vegan Sid yet this morning. Okay, Lorraine Southwick. You need to see if the $5 lobster tail is available now. Good luck, good luck. Alrighty, let's see. COD for Lorraine Southwick. If I get a COD that has a picture of a lobster on here, I'm going to know Spirit hears you. No lobsters. I'm sure Spirit still hears you. Okay, so what you have coming up? Lorraine Southwick is the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. Knight of Pentacles in reverse, I'm going to say, because you added that question about the lobster tails right on with the COD, I'm going to say that this is Spirit's way of saying don't count on them $5 lobster tails today. That's what I'm going to say that means. Avneet needs a COD. Let me use my newest deck for Miss Avneet. I recently got the Chrysalis Tarot, and I'm still learning it, but it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous deck. Avneet, card of the day, card of the day, card of the day. Ooh, you got the 10 of Spirals, my dear. This just means that you are picking up some kind of new responsibility, either within the past 24 hours or the next 24 hours. So this could be an application, at work, that there's some kind of new responsibility. If you sign a new contract, that would be considered a responsibility. If there's, something that you have to do for somebody, that would be a new responsibility. This can also show up in personal life. This can be something like taking a relationship forward. It doesn't feel so personal to me. It does feel like it's more about some type of work, is how this is coming across to me, Miss Avneet. Crate 87 needs a COD. I hope that makes sense for you. Crate 87, COD. La da 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 da. Crate 87. Somebody you're interacting with today, this is a man. This is in a leadership position. This is somebody who has a lot of integrity, and they also have high expectations. They expect a lot from people around them, but they also expect a lot from themselves. This is somebody that if you, they're very clear about their expectations. You're not jumping through hoops and the hoops aren't changing all the time, that type of thing. And so as long as you are living up to this person's expectations, then you'll get along just fine with them. If you're not, that can be a whole different story. But this guy is somebody who has a lot of integrity and a lot of responsibility. He's a good person to have in your corner if you need a friend. So that's somebody that you're interacting with today, Crate 87. S. Sand. COD. Well, your card just fell right out of stand. La da 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 da. Two of Pentacles. This could be you're balancing your budget. But it is about finding balance one way or the other, whether it's financially or otherwise. Two of Pentacles, a lot of people think that Pentacles are just about money. Doesn't have to be. Can be about energy, can be about time, can be about effort. So you're finding some kind of balance and making sure that everything gets covered in your life, that you have plenty of, if this is time, this could be making sure you have plenty of me time, plenty of work time, plenty of family time, that nobody's getting cut short there, including yourself. Okay, yes, and Anna M. Lopez. Anna Lopez, we haven't done Lenormand yet today. I think I'm going to use my Lenormand deck for you. Excuse me. Ms. Anna M. Lopez. House card is the Woman. And your cover card, oh my goodness, is the Star. All right, Anna. This combination basically says that there's something going on with your reputation. Your reputation is coming to the forefront in some kind of situation. And depending what your reputation is, that will help you or that will hurt you. I actually want to clarify that a little bit more. I feel like that's just kind of part of a sentence. So I'm going to pull another card to sort of clarify and see what we can find here. Normally I don't pull clarifiers on cards of the day, but that felt very partial to me. Interesting. So you got the Heart card. So we've got the Woman, we've got the Star, and then we've got the Heart. This has to do with how somebody feels about you romantically. This basically is saying that there's somebody out there who is admiring you. Whether they're admiring you from a distance or whether they're admiring you straight to your face, I'm not exactly sure. Not from this combination. But somebody is feeling like they like you. Remember how we used to say that in school? They don't just like you, they like you like you. So that's for Anna M. Lopez. Ricky Jorgensen gets a COD. Ricky Jorgensen. Seven of Clubs. This just tells me that there's somebody that you are standing your ground to. You're holding the boundaries. This could even be kids. If you've told them, you're not going anywhere until you clean your room, and they still are begging you, please let me go to my friend's house, and their room is nowhere near clean. This card could talk about you saying, no, we had a deal here. Okay. So it doesn't have to be one of your kids, but something like that where you have set some kind of boundary with someone and you're standing your ground. Oh, you had some childhood trauma in your ear? Gotcha. It's interesting how the physical and the spiritual works together. A lot of times the physical will be a manifestation of what's going on in the spiritual. So when we have something that happens like that, that can affect, like if we have a childhood trauma, that can affect how we hear at a spiritual level. And so when we go in to change that at a spiritual level, we recognize that that's an issue and we want to work with it. Then what has to happen as the spiritual level changes is this has to change too. The physical level has to change too. Because if it's going to be a shadow of the spiritual or a manifestation of the spiritual, when the spiritual manifestation changes, the physical manifestation has to change too. It just follows naturally. Mimi wants to know, will she be moving soon? Not sure what soon is. I do hear that you're going to be moving. That soon is in the next 3 months, and I do think you're going to be moving in the next 3 months. Comes up obviously that you are not happy with where you are. You do have some big decisions to make. One of them may be going back to the old family house or to the old neighborhood at least, but it's going to cost a lot more money, and you're a little bit worried about how are you going to come up with that money. That's what I see there. But yes, I do think that you will make that move within 3 months. Gladys Bursey wants a COD. Marsha, I asked you how you've been doing. You haven't even told me. You just ignored that question. What's up with that? Gladys Bursey, COD. Okay, Gladys Bursey. Here's what you have. You have the Seven of Stones. Seven of Stones tells me it's payday in one way or another. There is something that you have invested in, either your time, your energy, your efforts, and whenever you made that initial investment, you were expecting that there would be some kind of payback that would come back to you from that. And so when we've got the Seven of Stones, this is telling me that that payback is coming in. So either it came back within the past 24 hours, or it came back, or it will come back within the next 24 hours. Now this can be payday because we invest our energy, our effort, our time into a work situation. This can also, I've seen it come up before in a relationship situation, that a person was just there for somebody else in the hopes that that person would open up to them and trust them at some point. And then that actually happened, and it came in through as a card of the day that was a Seven of Stones type card of the day. So does not have to be just finance. It's really important when we're looking at these cards of the day to keep our minds open. Okay, what area could that apply to? Especially if I'm not picking up a specific one, which I may or may not, depending on, a lot of times I don't know anything about your lives, so not having a context means you guys have to figure out where it actually fits. All right. So that was the alarm when I was explaining about that card. So there won't be any more questions or CODs for today. I am going to go through and see about what people have given me for feedback before I take off, though. Cool, cool. Good luck to you, Miss Avneet. Kiki, hello, hello. We'll have to catch that the next time you catch me live, honey, or else you can always purchase a one question reading from me. It's under my recorded reading sections on my website. My website is www.amista.info. Yeah, the Lenormand I use are the Gilded Lenormand. I think they are absolutely gorgeous. You're not interested in all, huh, Anna? Well, it'll be interesting to see who tips their hand, if anybody tips their hand and lets you know that. The COD is a card of the day. You're exactly right. That card resonates for you, Sam. Thank you for letting me know. LRKK, will you ever leave your job? So joining you ever is such a long, long time. LRKK, whenever you catch me next time, I don't mind if you ask me that same question because obviously I haven't answered it, but it would be good if you could put a time frame on that too. So, will I be leaving my job within the next 6 months or 2 weeks or 2 years or whatever is pertinent for you? That's true, Ricky. Money is a factor for you. Okay. Manuela, glad to see you here, honey. Nora, 450. Hello, hello. You're quite welcome, Gladys. Anna M. Lopez, you're quite welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here, for keeping me fresh and on my toes. If some of you would like to book a live reading with me, I do have live readings. They're 30, 60, or 45 minutes. I usually do those via Skype. If you don't have Skype, then we can go with the telephone. No worries there either way. And then I also have pre-recorded readings or recorded readings. I'm not sure how I have them titled on my website. I think recorded. Those are 1 question or 2 question readings. And that's just if you just know that you just have the 1 question and it's not going to take you any deeper, then those are perfect for that. Also, if you have a live reading and you think of something later that you wish you would have asked, those 1 or 2 question readings are nice for follow-ups too. Also, I do offer Reiki services. And so if you have not had a full Reiki session with me where all the energy is just focused on you instead of shared with everybody else who watches this video, you should really experience it. It is a big deal and it's a lot of fun. I do offer the first session free just so that you can experience it because I love Reiki. I'm like, Reiki has made such a huge difference in my life. I'm a big believer in it. And I just think everybody should experience it at least once. So first session is free just to get you guys to experience it. After that, of course, there is an ulterior motive. I would like you to buy Reiki from me. And so after that, if you want more, then we can talk about money. And if not, that's okay too. There's no pressure. I'm not a high pressure type of person. Let's see. So I guess the only other thing you need to know is how to reach me. You can find all my contact information at my website, and my website is www.amista.info. Best way to reach me is probably text. That's the way that I can generally be most responsive. But you can also email me, ping me on Skype, or give me a phone call and leave a voicemail. Anyway, thank you so much, everybody. I'm looking forward to the next time I get to hang out with y'all, and I'll see you soon. Have a great day.